that one. Hello. Trying to get these cameras together. Bear with me. Okay, got that one. All right. Ooh, my lighting. Let's get this lighting together. This is going to be very challenging. Oops, sorry, you guys. I got these two cameras, and so I'm going to be going back and forth between the two. One Facebook, one Instagram. So let's see how this goes tonight. That's a little bit better. A little dark over here on Instagram. Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. Good to be back. Trying to satisfy the people. A couple of people told me they weren't on Facebook. So people were like, why don't you go live on Instagram? And I'm like, well, why don't I? That's a good question. I did it one time before, Facebook and Instagram together. But I don't know why I didn't keep doing it. I mean, because I can. I just got to get used to looking at two cameras. I think on Instagram, I hope you guys can see me okay. It's like that, the lighting over there is not good, but Facebook is great. Facebook lighting. So as long as you guys can see me and hear me, I guess it's good. Look at all the people. Hello, new people. Hi, thank you. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. Glad to be missed. Thank you. I'm glad you guys missed me a little bit. I needed a little recuperation. I need a little R&R. I need to get myself together. Oh, you can see me perfect? Okay, good. It's just dark over there, but that's all right. We got a little shadow on Instagram, but it's okay. Let's see where we get most of the people. I should probably get more on Facebook. I'm so sure. Ooh, glad to see you all. Come on in the room. Come on, come on, come on in. Come on in, come on in. I'm excited to talk to you all tonight. I'm going to be kind of in and out this summer because I got a couple of trips planned. So in the next couple of weeks, I mean, you know, I may give you a little bit. Then I may say, okay, you guys, I'll be off next week. Then I may give you some more. Then I may be off another week. So I got to get it in. I got to get it in. As I'm sure all of you are now that a lot of the restrictions are lifted and everybody's traveling again. So I'm happy that you all are here with me tonight. I looked outside and saw the sun was shining bright. Looks like it's afternoon time. I said, well, people probably won't be on tonight because they'll be enjoying this warm weather and this sunlight. But I see now you all are still coming. So that's beautiful. That's great. It's about 8:05. Let's just let these people keep coming in. Thank you, Ellen. Missed you too. Thank you over here too. Missed you all. You know I don't know your screen name, so I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't want to say your screen names. So, let's see. Oh, she said everything is closed in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, is that where you looking at me from? Are you in Trinidad right now? Candy Dandu? Are you watching from Trinidad? I'm sure you are. If you know everything is still closed, you must be there, right? Ooh, what was I thinking? If so, hello Trinidad. How about that? I love that. Trinidad. All right. Yep. Yes, I'm in Trinidad. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Hey, now I know I had Africa. Now, people from Africa who reached out to me, and now Trinidad. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Um, so I actually let me cover a little bit before we get going while everybody's still coming in the room. So I haven't talked to you guys in 2 weeks, and I can't remember what we talked about last. Look, that just seems like it's been a lifetime ago. But someone on the last live said, "Hey, is there any way you could talk about past life regression?" And I said, "Well, sure, no problem. We can get to that." Well, when I was sitting, well, over the past 2 weeks, some things were happening in life, and so it was all pointing me to past life regression, which is what she asked for prior to us convening for the 2 weeks. And so we're going to pull that in. I think you guys will all get a lot from this because I get these questions a lot as it relates to your past lives. People want to know, how can I tell what I did in a past life? And, how can I fix what I did then, now, and all those kind of questions. And so we're going to talk a little bit about your past lives today, okay? Because I'm just glad that everybody now, their awareness is increasing on the planet that you even had a past life. That is like an epiphany for most people because that's not part of our matrix programming, is to know that we have a past life. That's not what we were programmed. So now you can tell the algorithm is breaking. We're changing it because more people are asking more questions as it relates to the journey of their soul. So I can always tell when we're moving forward as a planet because of the input, the comments, and the feedback that you guys are getting. I'm going, yeah, we're evolving, we're moving forward. So I think it's great. The more questions you ask, the more comments you give, the more I know kind of where we are collectively as a planet and as a group. And so I can see the evolution just from doing this 1 year. In 1 year, I looked at the comments from my very first live in May 2020, where people were like condemning me. They were crucifying me. They were like letting me have it. From then all the way till now is like a 360. Now the comments are, yes, this is what I needed. Thank you so much for sharing this information. Yes, so it's you can see the evolution. Because the comments are changing. So I think, it's beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Thank you to the people who binge watched a lot of my videos over the 2 weeks where I didn't do any lives. Like I told you guys before, Facebook notifies me when somebody watches a video. And so I was looking, I'm like, oh, these videos are old. And I looked and saw it was like the same people. So there were like, maybe 6 or 7 people that just went from the beginning last year all the way till now and just were watching and commenting. So thank you to you, 6 or 7 people who did that. And then thank you to the people who emailed me all the supportive comments that really pushed me and made me feel comfortable and confident in what I'm doing. All of the kind words of telling me to keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and your information is resonating, and I'm so grateful, and just all of that. You guys don't know how much that means to me when you do that, because it keeps me on point, because I am always talking to a screen. And so the feedback, unless you give it to me, I can only intuitively try to decipher or discern if the information I'm giving is resonating and beneficial to you guys. So thank you when you give me the actual feedback so I kind of know where I am. Next, I put up, I let you guys know last week, like last Thursday, I put on Instagram and Facebook, okay, I'm taking booking requests. If you need a one-on-one, feel free to go to my website, sign up. Well, I did that on Thursday. And then by Friday, my Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week is almost booked up. So if you want a one-on-one session for this week, looks like the time that's wide open is like Thursday and Friday. So just want to let you guys know that. Hats off to all of the people who are referring the people to me for one-on-one coaching sessions. Again, these one-on-one coaching sessions have been phenomenal. I had 3 last Friday. The 3 coaching sessions last Friday almost blew me away. One of them, I was almost in tears because I'd never channeled or interacted with this particular galactic group that was communicating with this young man that I was giving a coaching session to. And so just interacting with those beings of light not only felt good, but when I gave the information to him, it resonated so much to him and answered a lot of his questions that it just blew me away. So I am grateful for you guys. I know that my purpose is to be the spiritual messenger between the physical realm and the spiritual realm, but the galactic beings, not you guys got to understand, I don't just communicate with deceased loved ones. That's just a little piece of it. I'm communicating with divine beings of light. So that means galactic beings from different planets, different dimensions. Whoever is on your team, we all have different teams. And so Friday, this particular group of galactic beings that were working with this young man, I'd never communicated with before. So the irony of it was when I asked him, I said, you know what? You have a galactic group from the Orion belt. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Orion in the sky, the planetary point of reference for Orion. But I said, you have a group of beings from the Orion belt that are working with you one-on-one. And he said, you know what? He said, my son's name is Orion. And I told him, that blew me away because I said, your soul knows your connection to Orion. You didn't just happen to name your son Orion. So he was blown away. I was blown away. The Orion, the beings from the Orion belt who were communicating with me, it was just beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. I cannot tell you guys enough. The people who are sending these people to me, you guys aren't doing that just to be doing it. You are intuitively following your soul's guidance. And so I thank you, because the first thing I ask people when they come to me is, how did you hear about me? And immediately when they tell me who referred them to me, I already know what vibration I'm dealing with, okay? Because we are all attracting people around us that are of similar vibrations. So I already know when I see who referred you, where this person's vibrational level is, because you attract people into your energetic circle. So thank you guys. Please keep the referrals coming, not just for financial reasons, but because I not only help you guys, but you guys help me tremendously in knowing and understanding more about myself and what I'm able and capable of doing and what I'm here to do. Okay, so just wanted to say that. And so now I'm going to get going. Let's get moving. It's 8:15. And so tonight we are going to talk about past life regression. Everybody or anybody, is anybody familiar with that term, past life regression? If not, I'm going to explain it to you. Okay. Past life regression is a technique that uses hypnosis to recover, uses hypnosis to recover memories from past lives, okay? So some people actually have to go under and be hypnotized to remember their past lives, and some of us are so aware and so in tuned that we can get bits and pieces and snapshots of our past lives through dreams and other experiences, which is how I got my whole insight into my past life, okay? So you say, why do we have to talk about this? Why does the past life, why does it matter at this point, right? Well, your past life continues to influence your present life, and your present life determines your future lives. Okay, let's go through that again. Your past life, okay, influences your present life, and your present life will determine your future. Now, what does that mean? That means that where you leave off in this life, okay, after you die, where you leave off in terms of level of consciousness, you will resume this level once your soul comes back. So let's go back through this. So we have lived this life, and we know that while we're here in this life, we are here to learn karmic lessons. All right. We are here to advance our soul, increase our level of consciousness and awareness, and evolve into the spiritual beings of light that we are. Okay. We come down. I'm doing a review. For those of you who have been with me, just stay with me. Some people are new tonight, so let me just tie this all in together. When our soul arrives here on the planet Earth, it is wiped clear of any memory of who we are, where we're from, and why we're here. Okay? None of us originated from here. You are all from different galactic dimensions, planets, whatever you want to call it, universes. We are all merely visitors here. Period, point blank. Now, you have to believe that a little bit, or you wouldn't be on this live, okay? My energy is attracting those that are of like thought, mind, and vibrational process as what I'm saying. If you're not, you'll click off right now, okay? So I want you to understand that once you come here from wherever you're from, I know where I'm from. I have been through multi-dimensions, but I have strong ties to the Pleiades planet, okay, which is close to that Orion belt. So I know where my soul's root, okay, is from. Now you're going to say, how do you know that, Dawn? Well, it was a whole process, okay? But I know I am of Pleiadian descent. DNA runs through my body. Pleiadian DNA. Pleiadians are teachers of higher levels of thought, okay? Does that fit me a little bit? Absolutely. So I know that while I'm here, I know that my purpose and my job, so to speak, is to teach, share, and expand your consciousness, your awareness, your understanding for what exists beyond this world, okay? Now, I didn't just figure that out in one lifetime, okay? It took my soul many times of coming here, experiencing things here on this planet to get back to my original reference point. Okay, let's back up, okay? The first time my soul came here, it didn't know nothing about Pleiades. It didn't know nothing about what it was doing here. Hell, it didn't even know that it was from somewhere else, okay? Completely at a lower level of consciousness. No awareness whatsoever. Not a bad thing. Some people are still at that level of consciousness. Doesn't make you better or less than somebody more. No, it just means your soul is on a different track, okay? Had a different starting point, had a different experience, okay? So if we're all coming from different planets, different dimensions, different soul experiences, then there's no way that we can collectively come down here and all be on the same page. Do you see that? So the fact that we try to come down here and all walk the same walk, talk the same talk, do the same things, should be proof and awareness enough for you that we are in a controlled matrix type phenomenon, okay? That's where the control comes in. We're from different places, different things, different situations, different experiences, but we all come here and we're all following the same program. We're supposed to follow the same program, but we're breaking the program now, okay? This is how it's been for thousands of years up until now. We've been following the program that was put in place. Now, when you incarnate, that's what we call it when your soul comes back to earth again. And so let me just tell you guys, I joke all the time and say I'm not coming back, I'm not coming back, but I am. I'm going to keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back until I get to the point where I got a direct connection to the ship and I can call them on the phone and say, look here, that's what they're doing down here on earth. No, but I'm going to keep coming back until I can evolve enough to where I'm actually, or we all will, this is what the goal is for everyone, to where you are actually a human on earth, but more in spiritual form, so to speak. That's the best way I can describe it, okay? Because that's the goal, to get you ultimately back to your original way of being, which is a being of light. But we're nowhere near that right now because our planet is too dense. Okay, it's too heavy. A being of light can't be seen on this planet right now because of the density. All right. So again, this is why we have these fleshly human bodies, so we can see each other. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to see each other if we were in our true form, our true spiritual form. That's why you can't see angels. That's why you can't see higher vibrational beings of light, because they are in their original high vibrational form and they've come down here to be with us, and we're at such a low level of vibration. So we can't see them, but they can see us. Okay? All right. Everybody with me? This may get a little confusing. Past life regression can be a little tricky, so I'm going to keep clarifying and reviewing. And, you know, if you guys have questions, jump in. And today I may stop and answer them because I normally don't, right? Okay. So when you realize that you are not from here, this is not your point of origin, you actually originated from somewhere else. If or when you get to that point, okay, then you start asking, well, where am I from? Well, why am I here? And what am I doing here? And what is the purpose? You start doing that, which most of you are, because when I do my coaching sessions or my intuitive guidance sessions in particular, that's the question. I'm stuck. What am I doing? I don't know what to do. I'm feeling depressed. Da, 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 da. Well, you feel that way because you are. You're stuck energetically, vibrationally, and so you are at the point where you need a push to get you to your next level of awareness, okay? All right, so I said that some people have to undergo hypnosis. You undergo past life regression hypnosis by a person who is trained in that, and you can follow your soul back as many lifetimes as need be, and you can notice patterns in your soul's existence here on this planet. Now, if you don't do that, you don't have to, okay? Like I told you, I didn't. Not this time. Maybe I did in other lifetimes, but I didn't have to this time, because remember what I told you. Your soul picks up where it left off the last time it was here. So let's say I died today. Let's say this was my last day. So the next time my soul comes back, my level of awareness is going to be so astute that I'm going to know that we are in an algorithm. I'm going to know we're in the matrix. I'm going to understand that what I see is not real. I'm going to understand that communicating with the spiritual realm is normal because I'm a spirit. Now see, this is where I'm leaving off at, you guys. You see? So I may leave off here, but somebody else who dies today doesn't have that level of awareness because they didn't have that experience in this lifetime. So they may pick up at, they could have been a high figure in the church. I'm just saying, you know, somebody highly religious, you know, very world renowned, very revered. You leave off right at that point. So when you come back, okay, you start out at the level where you left off. And so when they finish this lifetime, their next lifetime, maybe they might get to the point where they say, well, wait a minute, there's something mystical to this thing. There's more to what I'm reading in the Bible or in the book. You know, I want to explore that. You may get to that the next time because where you left off, you were in the book. Do you see how this works? So there is no right or wrong. There is no right pace, wrong pace. Every soul has a different pace because every soul started down here at a different time. Every soul came with a different set of experiences with it. Most of you, all of you, are multidimensional. You have traveled throughout the dimensions, okay? Earth is just one of your stops. So a lot of us bring a lot of experience, knowledge, and awareness with us that is washed away once we get here, and we have to begin to relearn and re-understand and increase our awareness for who we are. Okay? So that's why judgment down here is a no-no, because you can't judge anybody because you ultimately don't know anyone's soul's journey. All right? This is why, I don't know if you guys saw my posting. This June is Pride Month for the LGBTQ community, and I posted something in support. Individuals, and I'm getting ready to get really out there now. If you look at the gay community, okay, we as human beings on the planet, we focus on their sexual preference, who they're sleeping with. That's all pretty much the focus of humans are in terms of downing them, judging them, telling them it's not right, because all we see is who they sleep with. Well, if you look at the big picture, where there are planets where people are androgynous, they have no sexual orientation, they have no gender, they have no preference, that is real on some planets. Now imagine if you come from a planet like that to Earth, okay? You come here and you're being told it's wrong. It's against what the Bible says, or it is an abomination. You in your heart of hearts are going, no, I was born this way. I feel that this resonates with me. This is right, because that's where your soul's journey has led you from. You've been on planets where it's not a big deal. It's only really a deal here. No other planet cares about that, because your ultimate goal as a spiritual being of light is to just be and share love. That's all you're supposed to do. That's it. You're not supposed to separate, but we do it easily here. Okay? So I always use the LGBTQ community because I understand the journey. I get it. Look at the word gay. The word gay means happy. Do you understand that? Like, rainbow is their symbol. Rainbow. A collective energy of various colors and beings of energetic chakras. Like, they are in alignment. We need to follow them. That's what it is. Anything in this matrix that is viewed as outside of the matrix is usually the right way to be. Do you understand that? Whenever the matrix says that something that you're doing is wrong, or it's against religion, or it's not acceptable, or it's not, it usually is the right thing to be doing. But the matrix tells you it isn't. It reprograms you, or stresses the programming of the way that they say it should be done is the way it should be. So I want to challenge you in your daily lives. I want you to look at everything that you believe to be not right. Everything that you believe to be not right. And I want you to realize it is right. You've just been programmed to think it isn't. All right? So, I got way off, didn't I? But I wanted you guys to understand past life regression as it relates to the LGBTQ community. Many people in that community will tell you they're born that way. They'll say, I was born this way, because their soul came from the planetary realm that they came from that way. That is accurate. That is 100%. There's nothing wrong with that statement and that feeling, but we collectively as a planet don't get it. We don't get it because we're under the matrix rules. You can't do this. You can't be that way. You can't look like this. You can't wear this. You can't act like this. You can't what? So whenever you feel like you're in that mode, step out of it or be aware. I always tell myself, if something is mainstream or the masses are doing it, I probably shouldn't be doing it. Because if the masses are doing it, it's what the program is on at that moment. Anything that the masses are doing at one time is what the program is set on at that moment. And you just watch. Just watch the programming and watch it, accumulate or assimilate down to the people, to the collective. All right? Okay. I want you guys to understand in past life regression, you can only understand past life regression if you understand that you are immortal. You are an immortal being. You've been taught to believe that being immortal is what is in fiction or superheroes or what you see in movies. But it is your truth. It's who you are. You're an immortal being of light. You don't die. You can't die. You never die. You evolve. That's all you do is evolve. You keep going forward and forward and forward and forward. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Dimension after dimension. Galaxy after galaxy. Keep evolving and moving forward. Okay? People often say, okay, first I need you to understand something. Okay, let's do past, present, future, because there's no such thing as time. I keep telling you guys that. That's another part of the programming here. They taught us to think it's a past, a present, and a future. What if I were to tell you that all of your lives, your past, present, and future, are all happening at one time? Everything is happening right now. So like when people talk to me about different things, I'll tell them, I'll say, oh, I'm not on that timeline. Like, I don't know what, they're on a different timeline, but I'm somewhere else. So your future is happening as at your present right now. Does that sound crazy? Your past is happening now. Does that sound crazy? Now, your past is happening now because it's influencing everything that you're doing right now in this life. Okay? The only reason you are on this live right now is because of things that happened in your past life. The only reason you're on this live right now is because of things that are going to happen in your future. So everything is all melded together. Past, present, future, past, present, future. It's all one timeline. Okay, so you've been made to believe that it's a such thing as January, February, March, 2021, 2022, no, it's all one moment. It's all called now. The now. So when you pass away, okay, and you do your life review, because you're going to do it. You're going to look at things that you did in this life and how you could have done them a little differently. All right? You're going to identify patterns, karmic patterns that you say, oh, why did I keep doing that over and over again? Why did I keep acting like that? Why did I keep, engaging in that same thing with that person? Or why did I keep it? You're going to notice all of your patterns, okay? So that when you incarnate back, you're going to pick up right where you left off at. Now, let's talk about the people in your life. I'm always stressing to you guys the importance of the people in your life, okay? People sometimes say, how can I tell some of my past life connections and experience? Like, how can I tell what happened to myself, happened to me in my past life? Think about if you have a particular connection to if you have a connection to a particular place or a particular animal or a particular food or a particular country. Do you feel connected to things in those categories or other things? Like I have an affinity for dogs, love dogs. So in past lives, I know I did something with dogs or I've always had dogs because nothing that you do in this life is new. It's all a result of your past life experiences. Okay, I talked to you guys and asked you, have you ever met someone and you just felt like, you can't stand them, or you felt like, oh, I've known them for years? Well, you have. You have. You've known them for many lifetimes. And if you can't stand them, you probably couldn't stand them for many lifetimes before because of something that happened in the past. When I was, for the Memorial Day holiday, I was with my in-laws. And so I asked my nieces, nobody ever knows what I'm doing. I'm always operating in the spiritual. I said, when you were growing up, who was your favorite cousin? They thought I was just asking for the sake of saying who's the favorite, who's not. Absolutely not. When you identify, and in this example I'm giving you, when they identified who was their favorite cousin at that point in their life and why, that person has been with you in many lifetimes before. So you don't just resonate with somebody out the clear blue sky. It's somebody that you've been with or connected with in many lifetimes. They follow you. You follow them. They're in your energy soul circle. All right? So I was looking to see who they picked, why, and I got a better idea of how they fit in the person's life, what lessons they were put together to teach each other, and whether their karmic episodes have been satisfied. That's what I was looking for, because I'm in the spiritual teaching mode. But if you're in the natural mode, it looked like I was just trying to see who was the favorite, who was this. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So when you look in your life, you can tell your past life connections and what you did. Look at what you are doing in your career right now. Whatever you're doing now, you've done it before. Many times before. You don't get a career here just by chance. You don't. It stays with you. Now, you may evolve in that career. You may do different things in that career, but it follows you lifetime after lifetime. You evolve in the field. Okay? So nothing that you do in this lifetime is ever new. I'm meeting a lot of you, connecting very well with a lot of you. This ain't my first time meeting y'all. I have been with you guys in many lifetimes before. Maybe not in this capacity. Perhaps we were all in a social group together. Or perhaps we all lived by each other. Or perhaps we all studied together. But we're not new to each other. Nobody in your life this time is new at all. That's why I'm constantly asking you guys to look at what the people in your lives are bringing to your life. Are they bringing you turmoil, chaos, confusion? Are they bringing you upliftment, joy, encouragement? You can see the purpose that the people are playing in your life right now based on how they make you feel and what they're doing. Because when you do that life review, and you see the parts that all these people are playing, because that's what we all are. We're all characters. I'm a character in you guys' whole life path. When you see, then they say, well, Dawn was the spiritual teacher character. Okay, she signed up to play that role. Here she is in your life on earth this time. Here she is last time in your life. Here she is in the time before that. Her goal and purpose in your life was to not only project and to give and to open herself up to spiritual teaching, but you were to connect with her to help encourage her and encourage yourself to move forward on the awakening process. Did you all accomplish, or did you accomplish that goal? Well, yeah, I think I did. Okay, check. So in the next lifetime, you may not see me in this capacity. Okay, it may be a whole nother thing. You could be visiting the zoo in the next capacity, and I work at the zoo with the animals. You never know, but I won't be new. Nobody in your life is new. They just play different roles. Do you get it? We all play different roles, different parts in each lifetime. All right? Now, based upon your level of consciousness, will determine kind of where you are in the roles with what you're playing, what roles you're playing, because you can only play certain roles if you're aware of certain things, right? Makes sense. So each time you come, your role is going to change. My role this time is a spiritual teacher. I've had many, many roles. In each role, I have had the task of being comfortable with speaking my truth. That's one of the big goals and purposes and lessons I'm here to learn, is to speak my truth, not be afraid, to teach the knowledge and information that I have, and to not be afraid of the outcome, because in past lives, the outcome was not good when I spoke. Okay? Sometimes it resulted in my death. Sometimes it resulted in me being ostracized and removed from society. And then sometimes it ultimately resulted in me just being in total isolation and depression. Okay? So this time, I'm speaking, I'm evolving, I'm moving forward. Okay? So I know that I'm accomplishing that part of my purpose. I got many other ones, but that one I know was the big one. The big one. All right? All right, so if you just always remember past life regression, past life, unfinished business, what do we still need to work on and what do we still need to complete? That's the whole reason of going back to your past life. When you do past life regression, you can get insight into why you have certain fears and phobias. Some people, like I do not like cats under any circumstance. I'm allergic to them, don't like them around me. Well, I asked my spiritual team to reveal to me why I don't like cats. Well, a couple of lifetimes back, not actually sure which one, couple of lifetimes back, a cat was made to scratch me in my eye and not sever my vision, but damage my vision. And so that experience, although I didn't actually know about it until I asked, has stuck with me so much so that I sneeze when I'm around cats. My throat closes up. Like I have this whole allergic thing with cats, okay, that came from previous lifetimes, a previous lifetime experience that had traumatized me so much that now it elevates my chakra system to the point where it shuts down. That's why I cough. I can't breathe. My throat closes up. And so now that I'm aware of that, I still don't really care for them, but I can be around them now that I'm aware of where this came from. So if you have traumas, phobias, even if you suffer from depression, some of you have a depression that ain't even coming from this lifetime. You done got that from last lifetime or the time before or somewhere down the line. Or anxiety. I get a lot of people to say, I just don't know why I'm so bad. I don't know where it comes from. I just don't know. People are always questioning why they have the issues that they have. More than likely, your soul came here with it from previous lifetimes. So sometimes when you do past life regression, you can identify where the root of it is or where it started, and then it'll make sense to you in this lifetime, and then it becomes not as present or relevant in your life this time because you realize it's from the past and it has no effect on you in this present life. Okay? So a lot of things come from your past life. Your relationships. Like I told you guys before, my husband has not always been my husband. He's my husband this time. But in a previous lifetime, we were brother and sister. In another lifetime, we were like teacher-student. In another lifetime, we were neighbors. In another lifetime, we were cousins. In another lifetime, we were co-workers. Do you see that? No player in your life is new. Nobody is new in your life. Everybody just switches roles. Okay? And so you really become familiar with what I like to call your soul group. Like I'm getting to know my soul group really well because we resonate. We feel each other's frequencies. I could be sitting in my room and somebody will text me, hey, I was just thinking about you. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine, but I was thinking about you too. Like you can identify your soul groups because energetically, they're right on point with you. They're right in sync with you. I have a couple of people like that. Or I'll send something to somebody out of the blue and they'll go, oh, that was right on time. How did you know? Because you're in my soul group. Your soul groups are connected to you energetically, vibrationally. I got a couple of you Facebook followers that are in my soul group. I could be having the worst day. I could be feeling down and you guys will come on through with the uplifting stuff. And it's the same people, the exact same people. That's how I know you're in my soul group, because we're so interconnected. And so start recognizing your soul group, your tribe. Start realizing who you agreed to come here with and to lean on during this journey. Because it's going to start becoming more apparent to you as we start to evolve on this planet, who's in your soul tribe and who's not. Okay? All right, let's keep going. So, you can discover, okay, who you were, like I told you before, by the people who you are around. They can help you remember what you came here to do. So let me tell you, in these readings, I just told you guys, during these spiritual coaching sessions, when I'm relaying information from the spiritual realm to you guys, and I just told you about the experience I had last Friday, communicating with beings from the Orion belt that I had never talked to before, and just all these different, I would not have realized my abilities to reach out above and beyond certain galactic beings that I'm used to communicating with if this person didn't come to me for coaching and was connected to these beings. So I'm looking at who you guys are bringing to me to teach me about me. And so it's the same thing in your life. You are being brought people and situations to teach you about you and your purpose here on the planet. But you got to have your antenna up. You got to be having your radar up. You got to look and be aware of when these people and situations are being brought to you to teach you about you. And don't ignore it, because spirit is coordinating your journey and your purpose, getting you together for all of the karmic experiences that you are coming here to clear, because you're going to clear all this karma, or as much as you can during this lifetime, and you're going to enjoy the ride of this evolution of this planet. So people and situations are going to start coming to you. They're coming to me. I'm getting it. I'm getting it through you guys. Okay? The more aware you are of your karma, the more your experiences start to dissolve. Now, I want most of you, or all of you, to realize you are clearing karma. Okay? I got so many people right now who are telling me, I'm going through a rough time. I just don't feel right. I feel like everything is heavy. I feel down. I feel, depressed. Everybody's depressed right now. I keep telling you guys this depression is rampant. I want you to turn that around in terms of your awareness. You're not depressed. You're letting go. You're letting go of old habits, old ideas, old beliefs, old parts of you that are now moving out of your energetic field so that you can evolve, okay? While these things are leaving you, while these things are getting out of your way and you're letting go of them, it hurts. It hurts your energy, hurts your soul, hurts your being, because you've held on to these things lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Okay? Then you say, but that I don't understand that. Like, what am I letting go? Well, when we sit down and we talk about where you are in life, some of you are letting go of dependence on other people. Some of you are letting go of thoughts of lack and not having enough, or having less than. Some of you are letting go of feeling as if you are not good enough, or that you don't look the best, or that you don't fit in with other people. Some of you are letting go with your ideas of what you think the perfect career is, or the perfect spouse. Some of you are letting go of all the religious beliefs that you have held dear all of your life. That's a lot. So when you're letting go of a lot, your body's normal response is to shut down. So where you're saying you're depressed, You're actually not depressed. You're actually evolving. Now, some of you are saying, no, wait a minute, depression is real. Now, don't say that because you're like discrediting mental health issues. I'm not discrediting mental health. Absolutely not. I'm telling you the underlying premise behind the mental health issues. So we can help the mental health part of you, not just with a prescription, not just with counseling, because these are the traditional things, but we can do it with spiritual awareness and evolvement. Okay? So understand sometimes why you are where you are. I always get ready for the people who come and say they have depression and anxiety. I always get ready for that because that's in every session. Every session. And we can usually break down the source of the anxiety and the depression and get moving past it. Okay? Because it's not an obstacle. It's actually an elevator to take you up to your highest level of being. You are always evolving. You are always growing. Understand that no matter how you feel, no matter how things look, you're constantly evolving. What your evolution looks like with your physical eyes is very different than what's going on spiritually. When you look with your physical eyes, you could be in a situation where you're losing everything. Lost all your material possessions. You lost the love of your life. You losing your health. All of that looks very bad with your physical eyes. But with your spiritual eyes, you're being reconfigured. You're being remade. You're going through the evolutionary process. So in order to pull you together and take you up, sometimes you got to be broken apart, separated, and put down. So always look with your spiritual eyes, never your physical eyes. Your physical eyes will deceive you because your physical eyes are synonymous with the matrix programming. You see what you're programmed to see based on what you've been programmed to believe throughout your life experience. Okay, everybody is here on a different mission and your place of origin is different. So because of this, you need to understand you are free to experience your own life the way you see fit to experience it. There is no right or wrong way to experience your life. Anything that happens to you in this lifetime is your experience. It's your soul's mission. It's your journey. It's based off of where your soul originated from, what you brought with it, and what you're here to do. So if we keep that in mind with every soul on this earth, there's no way we could have racism, we can have any type of division, we can have any type of separation, or we could have any type of demeaning or downing anyone for anything. When you understand everybody's mission is different and everybody comes here with a different soul's history. All of us, no two souls are alike. Okay. So far, so good. I'm looking, no questions, just comments, which is great. Your level of consciousness is going to help you discover who you were in a past life. Your level of consciousness. Are we clear on that term, level of consciousness? Okay, consciousnness refers to how aware you are of who you are. And when we mean who you are, we mean you as an infinite being of light, a multi-dimensional being created from love. You are love. That's all you are is love. You're nothing else but love. Okay? You always will hear people say love and light, but that's what you are, love and light. And if your awareness, okay, if you have no awareness of that concept, then you have different levels to experience, okay? You have an infinite number of past and future lives. It goes on and 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 on. It's non-stop. And so this is why when someone passes away in this lifetime, sure, it's sad because the physical part of us will miss the physical part of them. But you can be guaranteed you will see that person during your next incarnation. Okay? You will recognize that person in some form, maybe not in the role that they played in this life, but you will have a connection to them, just as you did in this life. So my mother is gone. In my next life, she may not be my mother. She could be my sister. She could be my son. She could be my neighbor. But we're going to have a connection to where it's going to be an energy of a nurturing mother type thing, because that's where we left off in this life. Do you see? So you're going to reconnect. You will. Always take comfort in knowing that when someone dies, it's only temporary, because there's no such thing as death. We're immortal. We're immortal beings. You're all superheroes, if that's how you want to look at it. Okay? But remember, the more you are aware of your karma, the more your experience elevates, resonates, and a lot of your things that you came here to accomplish will dissolve. You know what your karma is. Look at what you're experiencing. Some of you are in volatile relationships. You keep being with people and breaking up, and being with people and breaking up. It could be the same person, different people, the same pattern. Okay? What do you think your karma is? What do you think that the lesson is that's trying to be shown to you, because you're experiencing that over and over and over and over? Get the lessons from your experiences. The things that you keep experiencing, the lesson is in there. Get the lesson this time so you don't have to repeat it next time. Okay? Get clear on what they are. Write them down if you have to. Check them off as you accomplish them. But get the lessons, because they're going to make you a more evolved you. All right. If you knew when you came here that you were an infinite being of light and you're only here to have an experience, guess what? You may not want to be here. You may not want to come, right? So that memory has to be removed before you can get here. If we knew before we came here what I'm telling you now, how many of you would sign up? Well, you know it before you come. Let me say that again. You know it before you come. But if we knew it once we got here, how many of us would be like, not doing this again. This would be my last time. You probably would say that over and over and over again if you came here knowing all of the information. Well, since we're kind of at the end, so to speak, and we're evolving and getting this planet to be to the level of light and vibration as the other planets, the secret can come out now. Because now we got to bring it on up. We got to bring this planet up and get ourselves up to speed with the other planets. We've been doing this thing long enough. So your past life is important to an extent, because you want to know your karma and you want to know what you can, do to resolve the karma. You want to know that. But the focus right now is not so much on that as it is on what's to come next. Okay? So we're kind of focusing more on the now and where we're going next in the now. Okay? Past life regression is good, is great to know. It is. But you also need to understand where we are now, where we're going, and like why we're here, so to speak. Okay? All right, do we have any questions so far? Your soul will inhabit many bodies, many bodies in its pursuit towards perfection, being the perfect being of light. I can recall a couple of mine, like I told you guys before. I can remember when I was a little Asian girl. I remember when I was a white male. I remember when I was well, I'm from Africa this time, right? African American, but I actually was in Africa at one point. I can see me that. I actually work with a lot of witch doctors in one life. I can remember being a religious influencer, someone that was very, well, that was way in the beginning. Yeah, way in the beginning. Like I've had all of these visions and recounts of life and soul experiences. And so I've been a teacher, and I've been, a doctor, and I've been, I worked in a grocery store one time. I remember being a grocery store worker. I've had lots of different bodies and soul experiences to get to this point, as you guys have. As you guys have. Every job or experience you take on in this lifetime is moving you towards getting more information and knowledge about you for the next time. Denise says, how can you remember your past lives? So you can remember your past lives through, and Denise, I bet you signed on late, honey. But I'm not going to bust you. I'm not going to call you out because somebody else might have the same question. You can remember your past lives by things that you're experiencing right now in this life. Like, look at your job and your career, what you're doing. Look at the people who are around you. Look at your reoccurring dreams. Dreams that you have over and over and over again that you think make no sense, but they're tied into your past life. Look at things that you like and don't like. Look at your strengths and your weaknesses. That'll tell you a lot about your past life. Like, one of my strengths, I think, is I am a communicator. I'm always talking to people. I'm always kind of listening and sharing. And so I think that's one of my strengths. So I know in every lifetime, I was doing something where it involved communicating or interacting with people. What are some of your weaknesses? Some of my weaknesses are I don't like competition. I really don't. I despise competition. I will back away before I say, oh, let me try to outdo this person. I hate it. So I know in past lives, either I did some things where either I didn't win a lot, or I was ridiculed for being a winner, or I was taught something of that nature because I just don't like it. I just don't like competition at all. So you start looking at who you are, and it tells you who you've been all your life. Now, you may want to get into specifics like, oh, like I just told you, I was a little Asian girl, or oh, I was that. Well, I saw that in my dreams. I actually am aware enough to ask my spiritual team to download information to me about my past lives and to confirm it to me spiritually. And so you can do that. But you have to have the awareness to be able to take the information in, interpret it, and understand how it connects to you and your past lives. That's why I said some people do the past life regression hypnosis, where you go under hypnosis and someone will tell you what you're saying under hypnosis if you need that. But sometimes most of the time, all of the information is right in front of you. It's just about you interpreting it. That's all it is. And that's something you get through coaching sessions. Ding, 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 ding. That's how you learn it. Oh, Denise, you're explaining. You don't have to explain. I'm just joking with you, Denise. Any more questions? Because past life regression is a little confusing. It's heavy duty. My spiritual teacher just past form. What do I do now? William, what does that mean, past form? Are you mean passed away? I'm thinking that's what you meant. Clarify that for me. Anybody else got questions? Do we understand past life regression? Oh, you say your spiritual teacher just passed away. What do I do now? What do you mean? What do you do now? What are you doing right now? You're on this live. You're on this live getting spiritual insight regarding information. You were led here by your spiritual team. So you're already moving towards following your intuition and guidance. So that's what you do. You follow your intuitive guidance. Just like you were led to this, you'll be led to what's next. How about that? Now remember, William, we're moving to the new earth. And the new earth is not going to allow all of us to be dependent on another human. Not going to do that. You're going to get the tools and foundation you need to spark your inner light, enhance your intuition, and you're going to start navigating. And so, William, you're navigating now. And that's beautiful. Beautiful. Anybody else? You're welcome. You're most welcome. So just remember, William, whatever your need spiritually, you'll be guided to how to get it. You definitely will be spiritually guided on how to get it. Any readings tonight? Oh, Ashley, no readings tonight, sweetie. Not tonight. This is class. Class. Two different things. Who is the spiritual team? Candy's new. Candy, your spiritual team consists of angels, spirit guides, deceased loved ones, divine beings of light from other dimensions and other galaxies and planets, and the source, which is, you know it as God. That is your spiritual team. Robin says, are there any new spirits here that never had a past life? Good question. Well, we got some souls, these rainbows children. I told you guys about them. They are fairly new. And they're the ones that's going to take this planet to a whole nother level. They're coming with no karma, no baggage, only high levels of light. So they are coming here now. They should be right now between the ages of birth to 21. And you're going to see them do some work, honey. It is our job to be aware, to be supportive, and to understand collectively and assist them as they come here to do it. So that was a beautiful question. That was perfect. We're in the end of days now, so it's time to send out the big guns. And the rainbow children are here. They are starting to come to help us out here. Stephanie says, I don't finish anything. I'll start but not finish. Well, start finishing it, Stephanie. What else do you want me to say? What else do you want me to do? Come on now. We're in the time of moving forward. We don't have any of that. I don't start, I don't finish anything. That was in the third dimension. We passed the third dimension. Honey, we on the fifth where we evolve. So if you're aware of that, that is one of your karmic lessons, to finish stuff. Honey, you're going to keep coming back working on that till you finish your stuff. So if it's been brought to your soul's awareness that that's something you never do, is you don't finish anything, guess what? That's one of your life lessons. You better get to it. Get to it. Whoever asked me about the souls that are new, the rainbow children, I only talked about them a little bit. We may need to really talk about them a lot more, because a lot of you have the rainbow children like in your families, or you're associated with them. And so you need to be able to point them out and see them, because they're going to get labeled as so many things because they're going to be so different. Well, they are different. And so they get placed in many different categories that are not relevant to them, but it's because we're humans. Most of us are humans and we don't get it. So yeah, we're going to get a little more educated with the rainbow children that are here to help us help uplift this planet. Okay, any more questions? We're almost at our hour. Any more questions? So somebody just asked me if I would be doing any readings tonight. No readings on Mondays. That's always class. I may do some readings this Thursday. I'm thinking really seriously about it. So you always have to make sure you're following me on Facebook and Instagram, because I put it up at a moment's notice. I'll be like, hey, readings tonight. Come on, join me live, So just follow me on Facebook and Instagram, because on the spur of the moment, I may do that. And then one time on Instagram, I actually channeled Archangel Ariel, I believe it was. And I took questions from you guys if you wanted to ask Archangel Ariel, the energy of Archangel Ariel. And some of you did. And so I do those things on a moment's notice. So that's why it's important to follow me. What about the Zodiac Connections? You did say everyone is from different elements. Yes, we are, honey. And the time you were born and the day you were born and all of that stuff is all connected intergalactically to who you are and your purpose here on Earth. But that's a whole nother live dealing with astrology and Zodiac Connections. But you're absolutely right. Everything is all tied in together. The people who are in your play while you're here on Earth, your day you were born, your Zodiac, all of that, everything is tied in to your purpose. Every single thing. No, Robin says, do some of us come back as an animal or a bug? No, we don't. If you were a human, you come back as a human. If you were a dog, you come back as a dog. If you were an ant, you come back as an ant. We don't switch. Our souls don't switch forms in that way. William says, is the zodiac the same as a clock that's on a wall? No. Not quite. Remember, there's no time. There's no such thing as time. So that clock on the wall is part of the man-made matrix programming to make you think that there's time. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. There's no such thing as time. So the zodiac is totally different, okay? That's in relation to your origin, your planetary origin, and how you relate to the stars, as above, so below. So two totally different things. Remember, there is no such thing as time. All made up down here to distract you. It's called, Candy asked me if that's reincarnation I'm talking about when we come back. It's called incarnation is what I'm talking about. Well, when I was talking to you guys about our souls coming back over and over and over and over again, in different forms, that's incarnation. But he's talking about reincarnation, coming from one set of being to another being. So yeah, he's talking about reincarnation. Okay, if that's what you're talking about. All right. Anything else? No more questions? This has been a good audience. Yay! Hopefully you guys will come back next Monday. I see a lot of new people today, and then like not a lot of older people. But here's the thing. These replays really get replayed. I need to thank you guys for that too. I'm looking at the replays on these videos and it's like 5,000 views, 7,000 views, 14,000 views. I'm like, I don't know where you all are on the lives, but you show up for the replays and whatever works for you. If the replay is better, watch the replay. But I just enjoy the lives because I really like the feedback, so I can see kind of what I need to expand on or include. So the more people on the lives, the better. It helps me be able to help all of us a little more. Okay, you guys, I think that's it. Thank you for, I want to say tuning in like we're on television, but thank you for joining me tonight. I hope everybody has a good night. This has been a magnetic Monday. We're attracting only good things, blessings, and light. And we are all evolving and moving forward in this new earth, okay? So let's move forward together. All right, until next Monday, everybody take care. Remember, if you need spiritual coaching, go to my website, discoveringyourinnerlight.com. Sign up, sign up, sign up. I look forward to talking and interacting with all of you guys. All right. Appreciate you too. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Patty. And see you next week. Good night.